fucking hate writer's block. I was trying to write the next episode of Did I Get What I Paid For, and all that came out was this lame-ass sequel to How the Sausage Gets Made. Why would I want to make a sequel to a video that a third of my audience hasn't seen? Matt didn't even watch that movie, and he's in it. Kidding. He watched it. A lot of people did. At the time I made that video, I had 10 subscribers, and it's gotten 10 hits. I'd say that's a hit. Not as big a hit as The Stench, mind you, but nothing I've made is as big a hit as The Stench. With that video, I had a weird, here's something I did in high school story, and then I posted a link to my high school alumni Facebook group. So of course a lot of people were going to see it. I recently rewatched the original How the Sausage Gets Made, and I realized I left off something rather important. How episodes of Did I Get What I Paid For differ from every other kind of video that I make. Part of that was because those differences hadn't evolved yet, or at least I hadn't noticed them. I don't think the average viewer notices them now. But they're there. No, it's not because I put in a lot of extra effort to make sure those videos are funny. I make about 50 videos a year, and I try to make sure at least 40 of them are comedies. I just don't always succeed. The other 10 I set aside because I have something important I have to say, and I don't give a damn if people laugh. They just somehow wind up filled with jokes, even when that isn't my intent. As I said in the original How the Sausage Gets Made, most ideas for videos come to me when I'm here, in my thinking room. In fact, it is in this very room that I came up with the idea for the original Did I Get What I Paid For? The one that existed before YouTube. The one that ran in a now-defunct internet magazine, Collector Times. But the video incarnation? Most of those start in my office, across the hall. I don't get that many questions about episodes of Did I Get What I Paid For? I just get the same two over and over and over and over. How do you pick the movies? And have you seen them before you review them? To answer that first question, I have a long ass list of DVDs that I think would make good Did I Get What I Paid For episodes. As for have I seen them before I review them, as a general rule, no. Out of 17 movies that I've reviewed over 10 episodes, I've only seen 3 of them before I reviewed them. Whenever possible, I prefer to go in blind. I go with a movie I've never seen before, or at least haven't watched in over a decade. And if that's your standard, only 2 don't fit. One being Nancy Drew 2007, and the other being Star Trek The Animated Series. Which leads to there being only 5 different kinds of episodes. The first and most popular is the You Only Laugh When I Hurt episode. It's a common trap for us internet reviewers. We love to get creative with our insults. Some of our funniest moments come when we have a super atomic turd blossom to inspire us. I know from looking at YouTube analytics that these are my most popular episodes. But these are your Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla, your Dick Tracy shorts, or The Ape. Or I can just look at that superheroes episode I did. The average drop-off point is right around the time I start talking about The Phantom. You know, the movie I liked. This leads to the second kind of movie. The Happy Jess, the video's a mess. Look, part of the problem with going in blind is that not all movies can be shit. Sometimes these random choices turn out to be quite enjoyable and rather cheap. If I like a movie, I'm not gonna lie, especially if it's an obscure genre movie that deserves more love than it gets. Even if I like a movie, it doesn't mean I can't make jokes about it. But at the same time, I don't want to be vicious for the sake of viciousness. if something like Laurel and Hardy or Nancy Drew is of entertaining quality and rather cheap, I'm gonna say as much. If you don't like it, get your own YouTube channel. Do your own reviews. I watch. The third kind of movie is the movie I hate that's still worth it. I was hoping these would be purely theoretical, but they're not. That doesn't mean they aren't fucking awful in every conceivable way, but I paid so little to obtain them that even if Greedo shot first, it wouldn't ruin my enjoyment. It has happened once in the history of this series, and I hope that it never happens again. The fourth kind of movie is theoretical. These are movies that are really good, they are worth seeing, they are worth tracking down. But physical copies are expensive as fuck. The fifth kind of movie are my favorite to do. You know, the ones that are good, but I can riff on them anyway. Ones that I riff on mercilessly, but you can tell just by looking in my face that I don't mean a damn word of it. Movies that, cynic that I am, I love in spite of their questionable quality. You didn't get any of these in Season 0. But so far, out of the 6 things I've reviewed for Season 1, I've loved 3 of them. The Phantom, Star Trek the Animated Series, and I know this is going to surprise you, but The Flintstones. If you rewatch that episode, you'll notice a slight change in my demeanor from the first half to the second. And it's not just because Matt bailed on me before we got to Viva Rock Vegas. People think I do an exaggerated character in my reviews. Okay, sometimes I do, but not that time. And, well, if Elon Musk ever decided to launch another one of his roadsters into space, I would ask him for a teeny tiny, itsy bitsy little favor. If there was any room in his trunk for my copy of Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. Now, where was I? Ah yes, choosing the movie. Sometimes I pick a movie at random. Sometimes they're chosen for me by Matt. And sometimes it's one I've just been putting off and putting off and putting off. I kick, I scream, I plead to all the gods I know don't exist to spare my soul, which I also know doesn't exist, to make me stop torturing myself. And I get no response. So I go down to the basement and I watch it anyway. If the basement looks familiar to parody-era film viewers, it should. It's where we shot Guess Who. And it's been a regular spot for Did I Get What I Paid For since almost the beginning. But it hasn't been a consistent set since episode 7 of Season 0. We also have our quote lost film that had some of its scenes shot there. There are a plethora of reasons I'd like to use the basement rather than the office to watch the movie. The first being, if I'm here in the office, I've got a computer. That's connected to the internet, which makes getting distracted really easy. The second reason is that if I'm watching a movie on Blu-ray, it's the only place I can watch it. The computer only has a DVD player. But the most important reason is the basement is a couch. I can relax, lie down, do all kinds of stuff like that while I'm taking notes. That's right. I said taking notes. I've got to keep track of character names and plot elements and things so that I can write a very bare bones version of the script. By which I mean something straight-laced that doesn't have that many jokes in it. And then I'll sit on it for a few days. I'll do something else. I don't know, maybe I'll edit a sequel to How the Sausage Gets Made. And when I'm good and ready, I'll go down to the basement and watch the movie again. This time looking for dopey-ass puppets, things that don't quite look right, or general what the f*** moments. You know, things I can use for joke fun. Then I'll go upstairs, I'll write a second draft, this time including jokes, beats, and sketches I think might be funny to do. Another major difference between episodes of Did I Get What I Paid For and anything else I do is that I really need to print out the scripts. I don't have a cell phone or a laptop that's good enough for me to cast the text from my script on the TV screen. If I'm in the office recording like I am now, I can just use my screen as a teleprompter. But I can't do that when I'm shooting down in the basement. And that's also part of why I like doing guest star episodes of Did I Get What I Paid For? With the script broken up between 2 or more people, that's less each of us have to remember, and less chance for us to fuck it up.
Rosie O'Donnell, who has that cheerfulness. That's,
No,
am I messing it up
Rosie
already?
O'Donnell, who I've always found.
Who I've always. Okay.
Okay, apart from that one time. Apart from the Flintstones, I've shot all of my footage in one day. Even those bits where it looks like I'm narrating over a still shot. Those exist to illustrate something I'm talking about or cover up a bad edit. Or both. And there's one more way that I Get What I Paid For episodes differ from everything else. We have an ongoing storyline now with Torgo, and I have to decide whether or not he's going to be in an episode or not. Look, Matt and I like to joke that Torgo isn't me, that he's some sort of separate entity with its own existence. Trust me, it feels like that sometimes. I've heard of actors getting so buried in character that they lose themselves and become something almost unrecognizable. We've all heard stories about the transformation, both physically and emotionally, that Robert De Niro went through making Raging Bull. But I'm talking about a change in headspace. It's easy enough to tell when you're looking at a picture of Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, or Malcolm Tucker. It's something about his eyes and his poise. The three of them are pretty distinctive. Peter Capaldi looks like an average guy his age. If you saw him on the street, you wouldn't think much of it. But the 12th Doctor, there's something about him that seems cold, but at the same time, friendly. And Malcolm Tucker, well, there is such rage and cruelty to his face that it convinces you that this man could frighten Satan himself to get the fuck out of hell. I never saw myself as that kind of actor. I thought if I dabbled here and there, I'd be playing more or less an exaggerated version of myself. If you can't tell, I'm a very energetic person. And I talk kind of fast. And if I get real excited, I talk even faster. But when I become Torgo, I imagine I am a turtle who is constipated. And I tried to find the funniest places to split silly balls or words to get a laugh. It is why I prefer ta da tor go wa en ma at is behind the camera the only problem is his la avatar times wa il ru an a ta ache and scene. What you might not be able to tell is that slowing myself down like that is exhausting. I can talk like Torgo just fine. Singing is another matter. My point is, I don't like doing any scene where I'm Torgo and any scene where I'm myself or another character on the same day. Sometimes I don't have that option. I did Suddenly Seymour along with the other Torgo Sings track in about an hour and a half. I shot all the Torgo scenes for the March 32nd Day special, all of my scenes, and all the scenes for a video I did for Math Channel in one afternoon. But I was tired as fuck. When I was done, I just said, nope, never doing that again. And since most of Did I Get What I Paid For I do on my own, I have that option. Even if I have to write a video like this just to make sure I have the time. But that's not the worst part of being Torgo. That'd be the costume. Yeah, the hat, the blazers, the pants, they're all fine. It's this fake beard. By the unholy, unmerciful psychosis of God, do I hate it! Yeah, I've used it on a few other videos, including our Lost movie, and that episode of Did I Get What I Paid For where I turned into General Zod. But it tastes like fish. Costuming, especially costuming you put around your mouth, shouldn't taste like anything. And if you're going to flavor it, one of those avocados that Gwyneth Paltrow had people shove up their eyes to prevent colon cancer shouldn't be the first, last, and only option considered. If I've improved at all in my movie making techniques over the last year, it's because I've learned how to suffer from my art. Often that's what it takes. Enduring physical and emotional pain just to learn that you shouldn't care if you look like an idiot as long as your audience is laughing. If you like this video, please slam that thumbs up. Oh, and go ahead and subscribe. If you think I should be getting paid for my work, or would like to see me have enough money to hire people to take over the jobs that I'm not quite as good at so I can take care of the things that are in my wheelhouse, go to patreon.com/ParityEraFilms. See you next time.